reason the soldiers on the field today are not using ramrods, because the ramrod can actually become a projectile. If the musket went off prematurely with your ramrod down the barrel, it would go flying down. To join the British Army at the time, you had to pass a physical test. You couldn't have a hernia. You had to be able to walk without a limp. You couldn't be an apprentice, so you couldn't complete your apprenticeship by joining the Army. You had to be generally healthy, and you had to have 2 teeth that met. And you had 2 teeth that met not only for chewing the issued beef, but also for biting off the cartridge of the musket. Now notice as the light infantry are keeping the Americans occupied, the main battalion companies are coming onto the field. Those are the men who will fight in their straight lines and fire volleys. All the shots are going dry at this point. Now the soldiers have to do their job, get their aim right. The basic tactic at the time was to try and fire enough volleys to bring down the enemy's discipline. Once the enemy started losing discipline, maybe a chance that they might run away, then you could actually go in with a bayonet charge and completely destroy them. But right now, the American discipline is holding up excellently, as is the British. So neither side is ready to retreat yet. Oh, yeah. The artillery at the time, handies, which are light field guns, were firing known as the Canadian Volunteers, and they were actually Canadian renegades. Canadian renegades who turned traitor and joined the U.S. Army. And a nasty bunch of characters on the Niagara frontier, burning down farmhouses and mills and so on and so forth.
I know there's one person. I know there's two.
Nope. There's one that went down.
Daddy, this is so bad.
The British are slowly pushing the American light infantry back.
Yeah, there's a couple there lying down.
Every time soldiers are firing like the trigger, so that when one group of soldiers is reloading their musket, the other is ready to fire. So you can see this wall of lead going under the enemy. Again, the enemy from getting organized to try and break the organization and musket.
Whoa.
Talk about how inaccurate the Musket is how to fire and that sort of thing. I was here to consider so the bow and arrow, the incline was more accurate. And they should be fired more rapidly than the musket. When you think of the reason why you would have gone to musket, rather than experiencing technology at the point. Because the claim is the longest by years and years. Where I could train every one of you to use a musket in about half an hour. Time is a question of maneuver. You're always trying to turn the enemy's flank to guide the enemy to start firing at him from the side. Nothing you do is extremely important. Understand what you do and follow your orders and do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. So it was usually the best trained force that won the battle, not the one that had the greatest numbers on the field. Musket ball was fired. It's 3/4 of an inch in diameter, and we're close to an inch. So it's about 10 feet in your hand. That's like a musket ball like a big. The Americans use a slightly smaller diameter musket ball, loaded twice with the musket ball. When the American batters were filled with that musket ball, you may call it in diameter. Remains activated at the Swiss monument and some pelvic bones. The American capture of Fort George on May 27, 1813, while the Americans were occupying Fort George, the British Navy sailed from Kingston and attacked the American base of Sackett Harbor. Once American Commodore Johnson found that the British were threatening Sackett Harbor, where he was building a new ship, he sailed back to Sackett Harbor, and the British launched a bigger ship. So, by the time of the Battle of Stoney Creek, the British were in control of Lake Ontario. The American Army from Stoney Creek retreated back to Stoney Creek, where Grimsby is today. And the British fleet under Commodore Yeo sailed right in, towed a couple of gunboats right up to the shore, and then shelled the American fleet. While that was going on, the British were also putting together a roll of Regimental regiment soldiers and marching men from the Frozen Heights towards the city to ambush the Americans. So on June 8, 1813, the American encampment was bombarded and then occupied by the British, landing both by ship and marching by land, and by First Nations allies. They got a lot of free camp credits and free provisions because they captured all the American supplies. The Americans retreated back to Fort George, and the militia, the regulars, and the First Nations warriors followed them back to Fort George and laid siege to Fort George for the rest of the year. The Americans finally abandoned Fort George on December 10, 1813, and burned the entire town of Niagara when they left. You notice as the muskets get dirty from firing, they start to misfire. The soldier will hold it up to fire and it just won't work.
I know, eh?
Well, the guys are ready, guys.
reenactors are representing a number of different original regiments that fought in Upper Canada during the War of 1812. So some met in the uniform of the 41st, the 49th, the Royal Scots, the Royal Newfoundland Fencible Infantry Regiment, and other line regiments. You notice subtle differences in the collars and cuffs of the coats, that different regiments had different colors and different distinctive lace around the buttonhole. The weapons are starting to get more accurate.
Wounded.
The American force today is extremely well disciplined. They're not running away, they're fighting a slow retreat back to 40 Mile Creek.
Mommy, is that cabin over there?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's empty with a very good
You notice the drummer with the line here. Each regiment in the British Army consisted of 10 companies, so roughly 1,000 men. It could be 700 to 1,000 men, and 22 drummers. At each company, 9 companies had 2 drummers each, and then the Grenadier Company had 4 drummers. And they weren't just because they were music lovers. Notice how the drum can be heard over the sound of battle, and the drum was actually used for pass on command in battle at that time. Light infantry tended to use bugles, but battalion companies used drums to give signals. Now, at that time, for every man that was actually killed in battle, 4 would die of their wounds. Yes, when the wounded, you had a very good chance of dying of that wound. But for every man killed in battle, 6 died of disease. So it was even unhealthy when you weren't at war, when you weren't in battle. A lot more men died of disease during the War of 1812 than were ever killed in battle.
Mommy, how much longer?
I don't know, so it should be done soon, so it's 3 o'clock. Yeah. Nope.
She's dragging a dead person.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy, maybe she's dragging a dead person.
No, they're just moving them out of the way.
Looks like the Americans have finally retreated. And next weekend, on Saturday, June 8th, on the 200th anniversary of the action at the 40s, the Americans will be supporting, so there will be a commemoration there in Grimsby next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a demonstration of what battle was like, but of course the dead come right back to life.